So when I first met him, we were working together at this office. I name the position or the company, but we were in the same office, and 7 years later, I find myself escaping a narcissist. It took me a long time to realize that his charming personality and his calm demeanor was a facade. He was, what I'm going to tell you later in detail, was ultimately a narcissist. And the three main traits that I would see that, or say that would stick out, would be gaslighting, manipulation, and self-absorption. And within those three, you can get emotional and mental abuse. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Hello and welcome back to my channel, MB Guiding Light. We're in a name transition. YouTube won't let me change my name for 2 more days. So yeah, when I first met this person, I didn't really understand what I was getting myself into. I was charmed by his persona, his calm demeanor, and so what is a covert narcissist, right? By definition, a covert narcissist can appear humble and shy on the surface, but can actually be highly damaging due to their subtle manipulation tactics and behaviors. These individuals often use tactics like blaming and shaming and gaslighting to control relationships. And they could be family, friends, or partners. Like, don't get it twisted. Anybody can be a narcissist, not just your ex. And these can leave some really harmful and lasting emotional and mental afflictions onto you. Like, if you don't realize that it's happening to you, you will when you have to go to therapy, like I did. I've been going since 2016. I met this person in 2014. So 2014, and I ended up in therapy by 2016, and then I've been in it since. And it's 2023. Put that in perspective. And there are many types of narcissists, don't get me wrong. There are obviously spectrum. And there are people that have narcissistic disorders, specifically personality disorders. And the specific one I'll be kind of focusing on is the covert versus the overt narcissist. Because my narcissist, or the one that I fell prey to, was very charming, very, attention-seeking, always needing validation and attention from me. I literally every day decided to live his life versus my own. Sounds crazy, right? This person was so capable because of this type of tactics that he created within observing every little detail of my movements, emotions, what made me tick, what didn't, and use the stuff that did make me trigger to his own advantage every single time for 7 years. It's fucking nuts. What I found underneath all of this was that he was very entitled. Oh my God, extraordinarily possessive and absolutely controlling, like delusional to some extent. Like this, at the end of it, right? After all the gaslighting, all the manipulation, all the nitpicking, the complaining, the educating me like I was stupid, the fat shaming, the lies, cheating, and making me feel like I was not worth it and I was not enough. And that being Black was just the lowest thing on this planet. And I'm going to dive into details, stories that, will blow your mind about what happened to me throughout this 7-year curse. I know some of you people talk about this stuff out there in the street. I didn't know it actually existed until I went through it. So, get to it. Get you a cup of tea, box of tissues, get comfortable. I'm going to make this super informative, but also fun, because at the end of the day, it made me who I am today, and that's what I want for you, so that you can say the same and be able to speak out on your narcissist, so that you can also save someone. And you can tell them that you can survive after it. You can. We'll be back in just a moment. So what I recognized and what I learned from this lesson is that I need to have healthier, stronger boundaries. I needed to discern people's behaviors the first time they're presented to me, not 7 years later. I learned that walking away is the healthiest thing you could do for both parties. I learned that, what's that I learned? I learned how to prioritize myself and my self-care and my mind, my body, and my life. I'm this type of person that likes space. So I'm starting to be more grateful and thankful for the fact that I don't have to deal with this person in my home. Some people are in narcissistic situations that they're trapped in. I had a place to go home that was safe. And that's important to somebody who's been a victim of narcissism. It's that security has been broken, that trust, that ability to even fathom being in another relationship is not gonna happen, not in this lifetime. Right? Energy. I was always tired. I was always drained. I was lucky because I was in therapy at the same time, so it was just kind of what if I didn't have it? I couldn't imagine not having a therapist while going through all of this. I couldn't imagine. So if you need to seek help if this is happening to you, I wouldn't recommend anything else. Listening to my story is just one thing, that you're not alone, and there's someone out there that relates to what you've been through. But if I had to make any suggestion, seek a professional. I am not a professional. I am not a licensed doctor or physician or therapist. I am just sharing my story. More or less, I was a very naive and unknowledgeable young adult. And what I learned the hard way was that there are some really cruel people out there. Ones that will manipulate you for their own personal gain. They will lie to you. They will manipulate your emotions. They will attack you with put-downs and other things against you, making you feel guilty, shame. I refuse to be put through that again. And throughout this video, I'll be telling you how you can identify it, take steps to remove yourself from that situation, and how to ultimately survive afterwards, and then eventually thrive. Because that's what I'm here to tell you today, that it can be done.